You know a lot about golf.
Well, we're waiting.
Those weekend golf guys, it's us because, hey, it's the weekend and everybody's thinking about golf, so that's what we're here for. John Ashton in studio, Jeff Smith at the Plain and Simple Golf School, the Golf Cave up at Otter Creek in Columbus, and, of course, intrepid producer Mark Hunter at the controls. It's the same old gang that gets together with you every week about this time and talks about golf. I was so happy. Went out to play golf last week, went to my club here in town, saw the sign in the cart that said, "New to Quail Chase. They now serve Sam Adams beer." I was excited.
Cool.
Had to go in and have a little bit of a conversation with the folks there, you know, being good Southern boys and girls. The whole Sam Adams Boston Lager, they had to work on the right pronunciation, but we got it down.
Do they put A-H? Lager?
Lager.
Is that what that is? Lager?
Lager, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Had the opportunity on vacation last year to go into Boston and go to Cheers for lunch.
The Bull and Finch pub, you were there. Huh?
Yes, Bull and Finch. I was there and went in and ordered, Sam Adams draft, and the bartender just in a typical brusque Bostonian went, "Lager?" Yes, please, lager. There's a guy that we play with a lot who is improving. I'm sorry to say.
Is he listening to our show? Is that the deal?
Yeah, man. I accused him. I said, "Man, you've been taking lessons or just practicing?" I think he'd either taken lessons or been practicing, because at the first tee, he too had seen the sign for the lager. And I said, "Oh, we'll have to get some of that at the turn." He said, "Well, why don't we play for that? Whoever loses the front nine buys at the turn." I went, "Yeah, okay." Because I usually beat him like a drum. Well, not yesterday. It was nip and tuck for quite a while.
Really?
I finally beat him by 2 strokes, but he takes the club back about maybe halfway in his backswing. And then without any pause or any movement, whatever, just hits the ball as hard as he can.
Wow. So what part of him is going to break?
Yeah, his spine probably. Those are the side bets that we usually have when we play golf with him.
Which part of him is going to hurt tomorrow?
Yeah. Which part he won't be able to use when he gets done.
So you're suggesting that there's virtually a blindingly fast transition from backswing to forward swing, eh?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's putting it nicely. We just refer to it as a real screwed up swing, man. Well, if he ever hit the ground, when he hits him fat, you kind of think, the shaft is going to break on that club. But he substantially slowed his swing down, and he substantially elongated his backswing. And he was substantially like hitting greens and stuff in regulation.
So you mean he looked, say, maybe a bit more athletic, maybe?
He looked a bit more like he knew what the heck he was doing. Can we just leave it at that?
Wow. So at least he was a golfer. But
yeah.
So you've now called him a non-athlete chop. That's what you've
No,
said that,
those
right?
are your words, not mine. Not mine. But I will point out that I did rise to the occasion, and I beat him both front and back. 5 strokes total, 2 on the front, 3 on the back, and had all my beer paid for yesterday. All my lagers, and I came out of pocket nothing. So
that's good. Gotta like that. You know what you need to do next?
What?
Is you need to play him for who pays for the golf. Not just the lager.
Well, we are those weekend golf guys. We and those who play with us don't pay. That's why we have lines of people. I can start on a Monday morning and my phone just keeps going off. Where are we playing this week? I'm done. I'm free on Thursday.
You playing Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon? That's great. I got them lined up. You know who they need to be? They need to be advertisers. That's who they need to be.
They do. They need to be. They need to be. We need to stop just getting friends and start making this pay off for us. Because now,
pay for that airtime, baby.
Yeah, definitely. It's a fun time, though, but you bring friends out, and, a little friendly competition is fine. And when you find that people start offering to play for something, there's something up their sleeves, man.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah. You got to beware of the guy who has some some worn-looking clubs and an old ratty bag and some shoes that the tip of the right toe is a little bit more worn than others. Gotta be careful of people like that.
Things to look for when picking a betting partner.
Right. Let's check this guy out just a little bit. First place I want to look is I want to look at their golf club heads. And I want to find out where they've been striking it on the face. I see something good like that. I see some that are in the middle of the club, and the first thing I'll ask them, how long you had those clubs? And I want to make sure you didn't just get them off of somebody last week.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They're my grandpa's.
Great.
Yeah, okay.
Next.
Yeah,
I
buddy.
say we play a little wolf instead. Yeah.
No, that's a game, man. Even I once had the rules in front of me on paper, and I still couldn't follow along in time to play it.
You know what? I've played so many different versions of that game that I just like to simplify things. It can get a little complex the way that some people play it.
Yeah. And then you also have to. One of the things we had to decide was you want to play match or stroke, and he wanted to play stroke until he had a blow up hole. He got an 8 on one hole. Suddenly match sounded so much better to him. Hey, we've got a lot of great stuff coming up on the show today. We're going to be talking with Suzy Whaley about getting ready to play golf, especially if you've never have before. And it's some good stuff. I'm sure you know people you'd like to have introduced to the game. That and a whole lot more. Jeff's Quick Fix and a couple of rules we want to explore. It's all coming up when we come right back. Those Weekend Golf Guys, don't you move. You checked out our Facebook page yet? It's facebook.com/golf guys. Go there and like it. Hey, this is John Ashton with Those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. Digitalgolfpass.com. Coupon code GolfGuys. Go now.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Thanks for hanging. We are back. John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and Intrepid producer Mark Hunter, congregately known as Those Weekend Golf Guys. Is that a word, or I just make one up?
I think you just made it up. I've not ever heard of that word.
I think it's a word.
Yeah, well, you get the idea. I knew I
can't believe that I listened to you long enough to hear that word.
Yeah, I was going somewhere, and the word just kind of flitted from my brain, so that's close enough. That was close enough. Listen, Jeff, I know that you are a rules geek.
It's not that bad.
You probably
I've served as a rules official a couple times, and
And you probably even have a copy of the rule book electronically uploaded to your tablet.
As a matter of fact, my phone too.
Yeah. Okay. I repeat, rules geek. Okay.
Well, how about this? People ask me. They don't ask you.
No.
They ask me.
Yeah, well, they don't ask me for one reason. Is they say, what's the rule here? I go, I don't care. Do what you want to do. Nobody's watching. Don't give me any of this rules crap. Come on. But I
John
did run
Ashton, USGA rules hater. What we have, folks. Can't stand them.
Yeah, well, I think the telephone book in Bangor, Maine isn't as thick as the USGA rule book. So
You're just an anarchist. That's all it is.
yeah, that too. That and
Rule breaker. It's not like you break them. You just don't care about
I
them.
don't care about them. I pay no attention to them. And when presented with them, I tend to overlook. But here's one that I ran across, man, and I mean, everybody does this. Let's just say you're on a par 3. You're on the tee at a par 3, and the guy with the honors, your buddy, hits one heck of a shot and puts it right up close to the pin. You go, hey, man, great shot. What you hit? That question is breaking the rules.
Yeah, that's too bad, isn't it?
And if he turns around and says 7-iron, that answer is breaking the rules.
That's the thing is you didn't get penalized for what you just heard him say. So if he just flushed it and said, man, that's the best 7-iron I've ever hit, you're not penalized. You didn't.
Is
you're not
he?
gonna get penalized for what you heard? He just kind of gave you advice, right?
Well, I don't know. He didn't give me advice.
Well, that's the whole thing.
I mean, if he turned and he said, I hit a
what people
7-iron,
have to
but I'm so
interpret.
much better than you, you should hit a 6 or a 5, that would be giving advice.
Or a driver.
Or a driver. Mark.
Just saying. That was a hell of a wedge, Jeff. John, better break out the driver.
But that's, excuse me, USGA, and I'd say this if the USGA guy was sitting across from me. That's
we would stop you.
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Let's put it this way. Let's just say that you and I are playing, and you go over and gaze into my bag to see what it hit.
Uh-huh.
That's easy to see.
Uh-huh.
You ascertain the information.
Uh-huh.
But what if I threw my towel over my bag, so you couldn't see it because you're my opponent, and I didn't want you to see what I hit.
Uh-huh.
Well, if you say lift up the towel to see what I hit, then that's a little bit beyond just gazing in there, and then they'll penalize you for that.
They got to see me do it first.
Nobody's going to catch me, man.
That's right. I am so quick.
Okay, quick straw.
Hey, it'll be like lightning. So I get bottom line is don't ask your buddy what he hit. And,
usually you get penalized for what's coming out of your mouth. You really can't get penalized for what you hear.
Yeah, you shouldn't you shouldn't ask, shouldn't care, because what they do has no reflection upon what you do. Although it does. I got a guy I play with all the time, and I am consistently 1 iron lower than or higher, however it goes. If he hits a 6, I'm going to hit a 7. So I kind of like to know what he hits. Because after
why haven't you
go on.
Why haven't you bothered to figure out on the yardage? Because now what you've effectively said to me, and everybody in the country really, is that you don't know how far you hit your clubs, but you're okay if you're playing with this one guy because you're basing yourself off what he hits.
When I'm playing with him, yeah. You got a problem with that?
Any other time? No. What about every other time?
No, I know what I hit. But what I have a problem with, and what I think most of us have a problem with, is the outside influences. I know I can hit a 7-iron 150.
Uphill, downhills?
Yeah, uphill, downhill, wind, etc. All those equations, it just confuses me, so I don't do it. So I don't know if 150-yard par 3 with the pin in the middle, which makes it 100, or the pin at the front, which makes it 141-yard par 3 downhill, which makes it 100. What do you do? That's why it's so much easier, rather than doing all of that calculation. It's so much easier just to look and say, "What'd you hit?" And I'm going to hit one higher than that.
Guy in high school going, it's just easier to look off my neighbor's paper than it is to actually do the math. I understand.
Yeah,
I understand.
And your point would be
just making a comment. That's all. Not really say anything bad about that.
And there's one other thing, a kind of more of an etiquette thing that nobody that I know follows, and we're going to put it out there. First one in the hole on the green picks up the flag.
Yeah.
Okay?
Isn't that a nice thought?
First one in. Yes. Or,
Proper
in our case,
golf.
the guy who lays his club over the flagstick on the ground so he doesn't get his grips on the grass. If you're gonna make it hard for me to pick up the flag, then you pick it up. So
no, I think that's right. I really do. I think that's really just good etiquette.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is to be first one in the hole. First thing you do is you get out of everybody else's way, go over, pick up the flagstick.
Yeah, and get further out of everybody else's way.
Fix a pitch marker 20. You know, because
exactly.
you know that nobody else is doing it, so you better be the guy doing it.
Speaking of fixing, Jeff's got one, a quick one. Jeff's quick fix. We're coming back with it. Don't you go away. Hey, you got the Golf Guys app yet? Make sure you go download it at the appropriate smartphone store. It's absolutely free. It allows you to listen to us anywhere at any time.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
Hey, this is John Ashton with Those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you, all right? People. digitalgolfpass.com, coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. Harry Taylor is a PGA Tour golfer, best known for his short game and for the fact that he is the tailor in TaylorMade. He has been a designer of golf clubs for a long time. And one of the things he really wanted to do was design wedges that would work well out of the box for 98% of the golfing public. That's you and me, people. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Go take a look at these wedges. One, they're beautiful. Two, they work really, really well for 98% of us. And three, I can get you at a discount. Just when you order, please use the code LOVEMeTender, and that $169 black wedge is going to set you back only $109. That's right, $60 off. And the $149 wedge will be $99, $50 off. If you use the code LOVEMeTender at checkout. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Love Me Tender in the code box at checkout. You're going to get yourself a great wedge at a great price. We appreciate it.
Hi, this is Morgan Freeman. Has anyone ever said, you're the picture of health? You look healthy, you feel fine, but that may not be the full picture. Colorectal cancer is the second leading cancer killer of men and women over 50. Since it doesn't always cause symptoms, you may not know you have it. The only way to know is by getting screened. Screening can find precancerous polyps, so they can be removed before they turn into cancer. This is one cancer you can prevent. Plus, screening can find colorectal cancer at an early stage when the chance for a full recovery is very high. Talk with your doctor and get tested for colorectal cancer. Medicare and many insurance plans help pay for screening. Get screened. Make sure you are the picture of health.
A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
And we are those weekend golf guys. Of course, John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and Frederick producer Moore Conner all together with you. We thank you for hanging with us. And it is time for Jeff's Quick Fix. Man, don't people know I am actually working for a living here? Give me a break, people.
Working here.
Yeah, I'm
It
working
doesn't
here.
look like work, sound like work, smell like work. They don't think you're working.
You know, the IRS is the only entity in the world that thinks this is work. Yeah, that's the way it goes. But listen, we've got some problems out there, and our mission is to make everybody better. Because when you're better, you play better, you score lower, you have more fun, and other people buy you drinks. So what can we fix today?
Other people buy you drinks. Here's something that many of my students have. They play, we play on ground that's not flat. So here we are. Most people go to the practice range and they smack a bunch of golf balls. And, most driving ranges, the ground is flat and people get bent out of shape when there's a little ripple in the ground, because they're all looking for something perfectly flat. And there's not a flat golf course out there.
Yeah.
It's constantly adjusting and adapting to the situation that you're in. And so I like to talk to people when we go to the golf course on how to handle balls that are sitting at a different level than what you are and hitting shots from, say, odd stances and odd lies.
Odd lies like I shot a 68 yesterday?
Yeah.
That's an odd lie.
That's an odd lie.
Oh, that's just an unbelievable lie is what that is.
No. I believe that at some point during your round you have hit the number 68.
Yeah, I was on the 14th hole. Go on.
Looking at that, you go, how do we deal with these situations? How do you adjust all the time? Because golf is a game of emotions and adjustments. Mm-hmm. You got to control your emotions when you play, but it's adjustments all the time. You put the ball in play and sometimes the ball's below you. Sometimes you're standing on the side of a hill and the ball's laying on something flat. Sometimes, Mark, you've had this happen probably only once in your life, so I know that you'll probably remember it because it'll be the only time it ever happened, where you hit a ball and you're actually standing in the rough and that ball is sitting in a bunker. And so, you're going to have to make adjustments to that. So I have a couple of little rules on when I tell people about this.
I do remember that time, by the way.
'Cause it just stands out in your mind like some freak accident just happened. I have this simple rule. It's get right with the slope all the time. You balance yourself with the slope. So, John, for example, you've hit your ball to the right again, and it's up against one of these big mounds, a big hill of dirt, and the ball's up above your feet, like halfway to your knees, kind of above your feet.
I remember the one time that happened. Yes.
Because usually you're on the back side of it and it's way below you.
Demerits for everyone who laughed.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
So think about this. When your ball's above your feet, you're going to have to set the club down on the ground behind the ball, but don't grip the club yet. And because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to settle your body. And you're going to have to realize you're going to have to kind of get your stance so that the hill will not affect your swing, because you need an in-balance golf swing. And hills make us go off balance. So what you don't want to do is grip your club once you set it on the ground. You kind of get your body all adjusted so that you could make a nice athletic move, strike the golf ball, and then you would grip your club after you've figured out that balance position so you have the best chance of getting your club to touch the ball before it hits the ground. Now, if in that rule right there applies to every lie that you could ever have, because without good balance, you're not going to strike the golf ball very well at all. So all that planning of what's the club face position going to be in when it hits the ball is kind of all for naught if you're off balance. So let's give a couple of examples. The ball is, say, on a slope, and it's on a downhill slope going toward your target. So you're going to be tilting and getting yourself, right with the slope, so to say it. you're going to be tilting for a right-handed golfer toward your left. So you're going to be tilted toward the target a little bit. And so that you're nice and balanced so that when you swing, the club will effectively swing down the slope and strike the golf ball, as opposed to keeping your shoulders level to the horizon and the slope being higher behind you, because then you're just going to stick the club in the ground.
Now he
John
tells me. Okay.
I know. Yeah, see, now I tell you. Been 3.5 years into the show, now I tell you that one. Dang it. All I got to do is get my shoulders level with the slope. Yes, John, that's all you got to do. Tilt until you're level with the slope, because you're going to swing your club down that slope, or in case you hit it on the backside of the slope because you hit it short again and it didn't get to the downhill side, you're still on the uphill side. You got to hit the ball and you're going to have to swing up. So you're going to have to tilt to the right a little bit and get your shoulders level to the slope so the club will swing up the slope. In which case, John, you're going to have to take more club because it's going to face higher, and so it will have effectively more loft coming into the golf ball and sending it up in the air a little bit more, so you'll take a little less club to get at the same distance. I know that vexes you a little bit.
No,
hit those shots and they come up short, dang it.
Oh, yeah, I hate it when they come up short, especially when they look so pretty and they're flying straight at the target.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see them come down and you go, wait a minute, that's not even on the green yet.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
Then you see the sploosh and the ripples in the water, and they just sting. But then there's that one, John, where the ball is, where you've actually hit it on the other side of the mound. This is the one you frequently have, where you hit it over that mound, and the ball is actually significantly below your feet. So here's what you're going to have to take a look at. Certainly your aim's going to have to adjust a little bit to the left a little bit, but
Sure.
what you're going to want to do is you're going to spread your feet a little wider, and you're going to drop your rear end a little bit, lower the center of gravity. So you'll look very wide-legged and squattish at this point, a little bit more than normal. So I know it'll be hard to tell, but if you do that, you'll lower yourself, that yet your spine angle is still a good balanced spine angle, because a lot of people make the mistake is they'll just kind of put their club behind the ball and they'll tilt over more, and then the hill's just going to push them over. As soon as they take their backswing, the hill's going to push them toward the golf ball. So what you're going to want is a little bit more upright of a stance, of a posture, but you're going to want to lower it a little bit so it really helps to get your feet a little wider, and then squat down in the knees a little bit to get yourself down toward the golf ball. All that designed so that way you can get a good club on the ball. Those are some simple little rules of getting right with the slope so that you're always in balance to strike the golf ball, because without it, it's really hard to play golf off of these hilly lies that we all face.
It is.
So,
and the other thing is always bring a PGA professional teacher with you when you play, so you don't have to remember any of this stuff.
Because I know your memory's no good. No, we figured that one out. You just club yourself off of somebody else and go, yeah, whatever he hit, I'm going to add 2.
Yeah, but don't ask him what he did, because that's 2-stroke penalty.
That's right. Just drive in the same cart so you can just look at it when you see which one he takes out of the bag.
Suzy Whaley, who is one heck of a golfer in her own right, and a golf mom and a golf teacher, is coming up next. Hang out with us right here, Those Weekend Golf Guys. Be right back. You suck. I mean, isn't that the thought that goes through your mind every time you chunk a chip or blade a wedge? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, it is.
I hear that so many times from people.
It could be, I hate to say this because I'm one of these personal responsibility kind of guys, but it could be the club.
It's possible.
And I don't understand. I know you do, but nobody understands, so we're not going to explain it. But the bounce and the lie angle and the grind and all that kind of stuff, it's very confusing but very important for wedges. Is it not, Jeff?
That is absolutely true.
All right.
You better have something that gets through the turf pretty well.
Harry Taylor, former PGA professional golfer and excellent club designer, has new wedges that work for 98% of us. Harry
And
Taylor,
impeccably dressed.
HarryTaylorGolf.com. Use code LOVEMeTender and you are going to get a huge discount. The 149 wedge for $99, the 169 wedge for $109. Love Me Tender is the code. Go there, check it out, HarryTaylorGolf.com.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
You know, people come up to me all the time and say, John, I don't have a radio station that plays those weekend golf guys when I can hear it. What can you do for me? I say, probably nothing. I don't control these radio stations, but tell you what I do control. I do control the free apps. Those weekend golf guys, free apps for your smartphone. You have an iPhone, you go to the App Store and download it. It's free. You can listen on your schedule, not ours, anytime. To the most recent show, to some of the shows in the archives or whatever. You have an Android phone? Google can handle it. Go to the Google Marketplace, Google Play, whatever they're calling it these days, and you can download the free app there too. It is free. Did I mention that? Free. And you can listen to those weekend golf guys at your convenience, on your schedule, in your spare time. And you can listen over and over and over again, and we highly recommend you do that. It is those weekend golf guys free app. We did it for you. It weren't cheap, man. For us, for you, free. Welcome back, those weekend golf guys. John Ashton in the studio. Jeff Smith, the Golf Cave up at Otter Creek, the Plain and Simple Golf School. Of course, intrepid producer Mark, watching all the flashing lights. And on the line with us, live from a golf course smack dab in the middle of Charlotte, North Carolina, is Suzy Whaley, PGA, LPGA, golf instructor extraordinaire, mom of a couple of great golfers, and a resume like so long it took about 5 pages off of my printer to get it in front of me here. So you want to know who she is, look it up, because I'm not going to go into any of this stuff because we got some important things to talk about. And Suzy, first off, thanks for spending some time with us here on those weekend golf guys. How are you?
It's my pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
You're on the bag for your daughter. This is pretty cool. Now, is she a very good golfer? Is that a genetic thing or just because she's had great teaching?
Well, I'm not quite sure how to answer that. I will tell you this. She's worked extremely hard, and she loves it. She loves to compete. We have 2 daughters that compete, and the daughter I'm caddying for this week, Kelly, is our youngest. She's a freshman at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, who just made it to the Nationals of the NCAA Championship, so extremely exciting. And she is playing here as an amateur in the Symetra Tour event, so she is thrilled to have an opportunity to compete. We can't thank the Symetra Tour enough for extending the invite to her, and she's just today's practice round, and as mentioned earlier, I'm just mom on the bag this week, which is great.
Yeah. Well, good luck to you and your daughter, and I hate to sound like a homer, but there's a University of Louisville girl down there on the individual basis in the NCAA tournament. We wish her good luck too. But,
great.
It's a great
good
time.
For her.
Great time. Listen, Suzy, I want to kind of talk to you about the 180-degree different from what you're involved in now, and that is the Get Golf Ready program that you are a real integral part of, that the PGA started a couple years ago. For those of you who haven't heard of it, and I'm sure there's a couple, it's basically a program to expose people to golf who either hadn't been ever or hadn't been for a long time involved with the game, which is like diametrically opposed to the serious competition that you're involved in now. How do you separate those two?
Get Golf Ready, it's just, as you mentioned, it's just a wonderful way for anyone to get back into the game that feels they've been away from it, whether due to work or family, or those who have never played the game that have an interest in playing, those who are playing and want to get better. So Get Golf Ready really offers the whole gamut for people. It's a group series of lessons, typically 5 lessons in that series for anyone. We invite everyone to come out and try it. Very inexpensive. You don't need clubs. You don't need fancy golf shoes. come in your tennis shoes, come in your sneakers, and PGA professionals across the country deliver this program at their facilities. And really what's exciting is over the 8-year course of this program, we've had almost 500,000 people participate. But better than that, 9 out of 10 after their first Get Golf Ready experience still are playing the game. Yeah. So it's really a program that works, and people can find it very simply at getgolfready.com, plug in their zip code, and find a spot near them where they can meet new friends, they can learn the game, they can really fall in love with it, we hope.
You know, one of the things that we talk about a lot of times with folks who are, you know, in the mode of trying to get more women involved in the game, and this goes right into that because women have a tendency to want to do things in a group or as a group or however you want to put that. And this is perfect for that. You can get 3 or 4 of your friends and just show up at the same place at the same time and do it all together.
Absolutely. They can do it together. They could be new to a community and just looking to meet new friends. They can meet friends that way and show up. It's typically a group of 8. Sometimes the class sizes are a little smaller with each instructor. It just depends on the instructor's program. And they're going to learn everything from the basics of the game, putting, chipping, full swing, to even an on-course experience, so that on-course value, which I think is the best part of golf, is being out on a golf course and playing the game. It's so beautiful. It's great exercise. We're going to give them all that in just that one Get Golf Ready session and really feel comfortable with them, even if they're a corporate male or female that's looking to participate in a charity event, for example, at their company. This is going to give them the confidence to be able to participate in something like a scramble where every shot doesn't have to be their own that counts. And they can get out there and really understand where to put the cart, what putting is all about, when to hit a chip shot. And we want to give them that confidence so they feel like they can participate.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that I talk to Jeff about on a couple times a month on this show, and it's very important, I think, for the amateur, especially the amateur who's been on the periphery of golf but never really participated, is I would think one of the first things you'll have to do is kind of dispel the myth that golf is intimidating.
I would love you to dispel that myth. I would love everyone to stop saying out loud the things I don't like to hear, which is, oh, it's too hard, it takes too long. You know, we hear that so often, and I don't believe that that's the case. I believe that we as PGA professionals are amazing at making making golf manageable. And certainly, yeah, if you want to play at the highest level, of course it's going to take a ton of time and practice and dedication. But if you just want to enjoy the game for the healthiness of it, for business, for the fun of it, Get Golf Ready and PGA professionals and LPGA professionals can help you do that and manage it from a place on the golf course that you can feel successful. And that's really, I think, the direction that we need to go, and that's what Get Golf Ready does. It's going to give you the tools to be able to manage your own game, choose your own club selection, know where to tee from. That makes it fun. And when we do that, people get addicted quickly.
Addicted is the operative word there. Jeff, I get the impression, just listening real quick to some of the stuff Suzy's saying and knowing you as well as I do, that you're kind of on the same wavelength when it comes to teaching. It's kind of
we are.
Get down in the trenches and talk English instead of golfese to these guys.
Yeah. People like to have someone who wants to communicate easily with them, and English sure works well, and certainly it works well when there's a smile on your face and you're trying to have some fun and realize that most of the people that are ever going to play this game, they're doing it for entertainment. As golf professionals, we need to be aware of that, and we also have to entertain them while we teach. So, this is something that's pretty important to everybody into learning how to play the game and getting familiar with it and realize this is relaxation. This is fun. This is what we're supposed to be doing to enjoy ourselves outside. So golf should be made to be more fun and to be made easier. And that's why, people like Suzy, people like me, it's why we teach. We have such a great time doing it, and we know that we're exposing more and more people to this game that we all love. So it doesn't have to be on the level that Suzy's played or even at the level her daughter's playing right now. It can just be on the casual, let's go have some fun after work and on the weekends. Let's go do that. And we can get a lot of people into this game if we do it with a smile on our face and having some fun. So let's all get out there and do it some more.
I was just going to add to that and say, I think when people do learn to enjoy the game first, and I know you have listeners out there saying, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to enjoy it? I'm not getting the ball in the air. But when we could teach them some opportunities to do better, to play from a yardage that's manageable, to have more fun, they do get better because they find quick successes. They can self-manage their game where they don't feel like they have to constantly ask somebody what to hit or what am I supposed to do next. Because of that introduction in a way that's fun and friendly with expectations that are realistic, typically those people get better faster and do want to improve and do want to take more lessons and then play more golf. If you can just be a little bit easier on yourself, and you understand if you have a 20 handicap, for example, and you are interested in getting better, that gives you 20 misses from the time you tee off on that first hole, right? The expectation is that it's okay. You're supposed to miss 20 times. You're not supposed to shoot par. So when they miss that first shot and I see people aggravated right out of the gate, I always remind them, wait a second, you still got 19 in your pocket.
That's right.
Let's go enjoy it. And typically when they look at it a little differently, we capture them because they realize how hard they're being on themselves, how hard they're being on their children, how hard they're thinking the game is, when in fact they're playing to a level that's quite high if we can get them in a place where it's fun and manageable. And I know I keep saying that, but I think it's really critical to the growth of the game. And I think Get Golf Ready gives people that opportunity. PGA Junior League Golf gives people that opportunity for their children. And it really makes golf fun first.
Yeah, that whole junior league idea that's a topic. We could do a whole show on that. That's another great idea y'all have come up with to help get more people involved. It's like the Little League style for kids for golf. It's fantastic.
Right, and it gives children the opportunity that are 13 and under. We also have U16 now, but every shot doesn't have to be perfect because they have a partner.
Yeah.
And they're on a team, and it's team golf. And so if you have a child that plays 2 or 3 other sports really well or isn't an athlete and plays, is interested in other things, maybe it's an instrument or choir or whatever their interests, we can get them to understand and learn the game very quickly with other children their age that can help them as well. And it's just, we have 30,000 kids playing junior league golf this year. So it's just an amazing program.
Suzy Whaley, first off, homegirl, say hi. You're still in Connecticut, and I'm a original New England boy myself. So say hi to everybody who may remember me, and don't believe any of the stories you hear. And good luck to your daughter this weekend. And man, we'd love to have you back on another time when you've got some time to spend with us. Suzy Whaley from the PGA, LPGA.
Well,
great.
It's absolutely my pleasure. And I hope everybody goes to getgolfready.com and gives it a go because I think they'll absolutely love it. And PGAJLG.com is Junior League Golf. So thanks for having me. I'll come back anytime and check golf with you.
Appreciate it, Suzy. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
You bet.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Hang out. We'll be right back. Hey, this is John Ashton with those Weekend Golf Guys. And, Jeff Smith is a PGA member, so he gets to play like anywhere he wants to play for free. You and I, we're not quite like that. We have to, by hook or by crook. You got a friend, whatever. We all want a discount. We all want a deal, and we know how you can get a deal. You want to go to digitalgolfpass.com. They've got the whole country broken up into different areas, and there are a whole lot of golf courses in each area. You can buy one area or upgrade to all the areas. It's a membership. It makes you kind of cool. And, with the right deal at your first foray into your favorite golf course with Digital Golf Pass, you've probably saved enough money to actually pay for the membership. Check it out, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the coupon code GOLFGUYS at checkout and you'll save $5. Yeah, we hooked that up for you. All right. People. digitalgolfpass.com, coupon code GOLFGUYS. Go now. Harry Taylor is a PGA Tour golfer, best known for his short game and for the fact that he is the tailor in TaylorMade. He has been a designer of golf clubs for a long time. And one of the things he really wanted to do was design wedges that would work well out of the box for 98% of the golfing public. That's you and me, people. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Go take a look at these wedges. 1, they're beautiful. 2, they work really, really well for 98% of us. And 3, I can get you at a discount. Just when you order, please use the code LOVEMeTender, and that $169 black wedge is going to set you back only $109. That's right, $60 off. And the $149 wedge will be $99, $50 off. If you use the code LOVEMeTender at checkout. HarryTaylorGolf.com. Love me tender in the code box at checkout. You're going to get yourself a great wedge at a great price. We appreciate it.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 800-554-4183 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 800-554-4183 to take your call now. Call 800-554-4183. That's 800-554-4183. Again, 800-554-4183.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's being taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
All right, we are back. Some more time together today. Those weekend golf guys, John Ashton, Jeff Smith, and Trevor producer Mark Hunter, and you, of course, and you being the most important operative consideration of the show. We appreciate you being here. Make plans to check us out online, thoseweekendgolfguys.com. Follow us on Facebook or like us on Facebook. I got to get this terminology right, man. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/golfguys. Follow us on Twitter, at WKND Golf Guys. Signed up for Instagram, have no idea how it works or what to do with it, so don't bother that yet. I don't know, unless Jeff knows. You got an Instagram account, Mr. Jeff?
I've got an Instagram account. I'm not really sure how it works, but I think it's just pictures.
Yeah, okay.
And a few little words on top of the pictures. I probably ought to use it more, but
we never really take pictures that we want the world to see. we spend most of our time trying to find those pictures and getting them back. So
it's out there now.
Oh man! Hey, I got an email today from a golf course here in town that I play a lot, and it mentioned Digital Golf Pass. They've got a big deal on Digital Golf Pass. Now we had the Digital Golf Pass guys on a couple weeks ago. And you can always go to Spreaker.com and do a search for Golf Guys and listen to any of our archive show. Or easier is you can go and download the free apps for your smartphone, either from the iPhone store or the Android market. And you can get those Weekend Golf Guys app and just with a push of a button, listen to any show you want, whether it be the current one or one from, a year and a half ago or whatever. This deal was saying that they've got great deals at my particular favorite golf course through Digital Golf Pass. It's something I think worth reiterating, especially, well, not especially, but no matter where you live, geographically speaking, because they break the country into regions. So, like, we're here in Louisville, Kentucky right now, but not only can we get great deals in Louisville, but we can in Lexington. We can get some down in Tennessee, some up in Ohio, even into West Virginia and Virginia. That's kind of our area. So you want to take a weekend golf trip or whatever, and the cost of the book is minimal. It's under $50. No matter where you want, of course, West Coast book is going to be a little more expensive because there's better deals or at least a bigger discount because it's more expensive to play in the West Coast than it is here. But the pass doesn't go more than $50 no matter what region you want. And if you get a Digital Golf Pass, go to digitalgolfpass.com and order one. If you use the code GolfGuys at checkout, you're going to get a $5 discount. But they did the math. You use the book twice, no matter what 2 golf courses you play at on the digital golf pass. You get 2 deals, and you have paid for the book. So it's a good thing. Again, digitalgolfpass.com. Use the checkout code GolfGuys, and you're going to save $5. You're welcome. So few people thank us for that.
I'm going to do it right now. Thanks, man.
You're welcome. There you go. There you go. Otter Creek's on that, too, aren't they? Aren't they in the T-Time Golf Pass, Digital Golf Pass realm? I think so.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. It's a great deal. It's a great deal. Suzy's a piece of work, man. It's got to be nerve-wracking. I know you used to caddy for your daughters until they decided they could probably get a better one somewhere else.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's not better. It's just no matter how old you get, you don't want to take advice from your dad, because taking advice from your dad kind of swells your dad's head. You know what I'm saying?
And at some point, they want to do things on their own and want to branch out.
Yeah. They'll take advice from a complete stranger before they'll take advice from their dad. I mean, that's just the way kids are. Got to be tough to do that.
I agree.
Yeah.
You got to be tough. You got to do that.
Yeah. What Suzy said,
break out on your own.
When we were talking to Suzy before we got on the air, she said she was fired in high school by her daughter as caddy.
Yep.
Oh, well, but that's pretty cool, getting a sponsor exemption to the Symetra Tour as a freshman in college.
Sure is.
Man. And in case anybody heard that, there's a severe thunderstorm watch. So if we go away very quickly, don't worry, It's just a tornado. Okay?
It's all right. It's not a big deal.
Little tornado. We're used to them this time of year.
Yeah.
But that whole competition thing, as we were mentioning to Suzy, it's the ideas of playing golf for fun and playing golf for competing purposes are kind of diametrically opposed, but they can very easily be interwoven, and you can make competing fun.
I think that the people who start out with the thought that golf is fun, every part of golf gets fun, including the competition. But I think some people who start out as thinking that golf is competition, I don't think they have as much fun. And I find that to be a shame.
Yeah, you're probably absolutely right there. I will agree. For the first time in 3.5 years, I 100% agree with you.
Wow. Write this down. Intrepid producer Mark's got the pencil out. Mark this down.
Flag the recording.
They will live in infamy. Yeah, I just think it's a mindset. You got to go at it like, this is a game. What are we doing here? We don't need to sit here and think that everything has to be competition. Sure, there's plenty of people out there that want lots of competition. That's great. But maybe you just want to have some fun.
Yeah.
You can do both.
Yeah, well, like I said, I played for beer this earlier this week with a guy who, after he set the terms, started playing so much better than he ever had previously. Now, I don't know if he decided to play for beer because he knew he was going to play better, or if he just started playing better because there was something of value on the line. It's a chicken and an egg kind of thing, I think. But then you always get the jerks who are like, yeah, man, $5 a hole. I don't. That's not worth it to me. That makes it unfun. That adds too much pressure just because that's money that I have to account for, whether I have it or not. I mean, some people just wouldn't have that. Other people have it, but, I go home and I say, yeah, well, let's see, I lost $90 today playing golf because I didn't do very well. Ooh, that's going to go over real well. Right, guys? Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sit there and think, how many people must gamble on the golf course? I
know.
I mean, to think about that, they always have to play for. There's some people out there that got to play for something.
Yeah.
Like they wouldn't come to the golf course just to play golf. They've got to go play for something. And I've been around a lot of those guys. And you know how you take the wind out of their sails as you go enjoy yourself, because they can't.
Yeah,
and so
true.
I'll play with them, and I'll play their game, whatever that, some little $5 a hole thing, whatever. And they're sitting there grinding, and I'm just going to laugh and joke and have a good time. Makes them crazy.
Yeah.
Just makes them crazy.
So what you have to do is just divorce yourself from the possibility or from the thought of the possibility of losing money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easier for you to do because you're really, really good.
Yeah, but I also don't value the money that I'm playing for. You know, that's not the reason I play.
Yeah.
I play to enjoy myself. And so, okay, so I didn't pay any greens fees because I'm a PGA professional, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You know, we kind of wash each other's backs that way a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So if it cost me a little bit because I played somebody for $1 or $10 or whatever it was, and maybe the guy wins that day, maybe he doesn't. It's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that as a cost averaging over my course of my lifetime. I haven't paid a lot of. I've paid some money to play golf in some places.
Yeah, I understand that thought process. You know, but you know, for those who aren't highly paid golf professionals, you know, sometimes an extra $20 can be problematic. Well, like I said, you know, if I
in that case play hard and pay for green fees. You know? Play hard and take his money and pay your green fees.
Yeah, just don't be a jerk. You know, just don't be a jerk. The whole, you know, $10 a hole. Yeah, I got you $10 right here. You know, but playing for beer, $1 a hole, you know, whatever it is. But you know, for most average guys, no matter how well off they are, if they go home and they have lost more money than if they get into the realm where they have to account for the money, you know, doesn't matter how much it is, it's what you blew it on.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
Yeah, because I think wives learn that in wife school, don't they?
Well, you know, they could go home and say, you know, but I got it on sale.
How much I saved? How much I could have lost?
I don't know whether we didn't need it or not, but I got it on sale, which means I didn't pay, you know, $110 for it. I got it for only $80.
Yeah, that's what my grandson Joseph does. Every we go grocery shopping. It's always, Papa, these are 2 for $6. Let's get 2. We don't need 2, but they're 2 for $6. Yeah, they're getting to you, buddy. They're getting to you. Your grandmother taught you how to shop, didn't she? Man, oh man. That's bottom line. Have fun, no matter what you have to do. If you need to, you know, have a stake, you need to play for something and have fun, then do it. But don't insist that people who get nervous playing for anything do it, because then they will cease to have fun. And the whole idea is for everybody to have fun. And if you can't have fun on the golf course, don't go. All right. What you need to do is have fun here first with those weekend golf guys, because we will be back at the same place at the same time next weekend. You can always catch us online, thoseweekendgolfguys.com. Facebook at facebook.com/golfguys. Twitter at WKND Golf Guys. Or, like I said, right here, where you are right now, again next week. Until then, whether it be for money or for not, go out and play some golf. Have some fun.